Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I will be doing a reading for the sign of Libra for the month of March 2023. I hope all my Libra friends out there are doing well. As you know, dear Libra, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we do have the World card clarified by the Ace of Swords. In the challenging position, we have the Three of Swords clarified by the Six of Wands. In the present position, we have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And in the future outcome position, we have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Really wonderful spread. There's a lot of different things that are happening in the month of March. Also, do remember there are quite a few, I think 6 planets altogether. I could be wrong, but there's quite a few planets that are moving out of retrograde and that are changing their position. So you're going to feel less grounded. It is important that you do different activities that help you stay grounded and stay focused on the task at hand. But the month of March is going to be very productive for you. I think that it's going to bring a lot of new things will start to begin in your life. So definitely it's a wonderful month, and I think it's going to set the tone for the rest of the year going forward. So definitely, make it count. Make sure that every day you're focused on the present. Make sure that every day you're moving and getting at least one thing done so that you're closer to your goals and dreams being realized. Now, in the past position, like I previously mentioned, we have the World card, which is a card of coming full circle, because the World is the very last card in tarot. The very first card is, of course, the Fool. And so your journey, you have completed it, and so now you are kind of looking back and realizing that you have leveled up, that you have incredible knowledge and experience because of the journey that you have gone through, that you have just completed. You've come full circle, and basically the World card is sometimes referred to as the graduation, because you are able to attain the harmony. You're able to also focus on the truth. You're also are able to have a lot more clarity, because the Ace of Swords, it's that powerful sword that you can wield because of everything that you've been through. Remember, the tarot is only a part of the picture. It's only half. The other half is what you specifically you bring to the table, and what the type of thoughts that you have, especially when you wake up in the morning, especially when you go to sleep in the evening. Do you focus on the present as you go throughout your day, or do you keep thinking about the past, or keep thinking about the future? It is very important. This is a winning combination. This is a high achieving victory, and so it's important to recognize it as such, and to give yourself that recognition, because the divine is recognizing you as a special, human being. The divine honors you, and so you should also honor yourself, because you have learned a lot. You have had incredible magical experiences in your life, and so the World here is bringing it all together. And the Ace of Swords is able to give you that power, so you can, go forward and feel courageous and feel brave, and get rid of anything that does not serve its purpose, in your life, if you will. Now, there is a little bit of disappointment, because you do have the Three of Swords in the obstacle position, so there's clearly something that still kind of lingers in your mind, where you may feel, that you have some anxiety, that you have some loss, that you have some specifically a disagreement or tension that you may feel with a particular situation or a particular person. And so it's important to address that vibration to make sure that it does not kind of have too much of an impact on you, because you want to stay away from lower vibrations. You want to maintain a neutral or high vibration if possible for as long as you can. Generally, when there is the Three of Swords in the obstacle position, it could indicate that, you know, there may be someone who is creating tension with you, someone that is creating stress with you, and it could be that their choices and your choices are not aligned. And so as a result of that, there is a bit of a disagreement. But remember that, you know, the Swords cards are more about people's tongues. They are more about people's words. You know, the swords actually represent the words. And so it's important to listen to your own inner guidance, to listen to your own intuition rather than someone else's. And it's difficult to do, especially when it comes from someone that, you know, means a lot to us, someone that has been in our life for quite some time and has a strong impact on our emotions. It is important to practice meditation, which is something that I always advise, because meditation helps you control the quality of your thoughts. It helps you recognize when your vibration is kind of wanting to lower itself. It helps you recognize that there is a mind trap that your mind is creating. And so it is important. Meditation, it has so many different uses, but one of them is very great because it allows you to have a strong inner voice. So that is something that is important to be aware of. Now, in the clarifying position, you do have the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory, but when it appears in the obstacle position, definitely means that there may be some success that you've experienced that bothers other people. It could also be that someone else's success bothers you, because remember, in tarot, energy is interchangeable. But you know, this obstacle, the Three of Swords and the Six of Wands, is not going to have a long-term impact on you. Eventually, you will be able to release yourself from the lower energy. And so if you meditate, you are able to do that faster, so that, you know, the impact is short-lived, if you will. Now, in the present position, you have the Queen of Cups, which is a reminder from the divine to be more patient and more compassionate, first and foremost, with yourself. Because if you're able to be more patient and compassionate with yourself, then you're able to do that with others as well. But, you know, remember that the Queen of Cups kind of reminds you to stay in control of your emotions, and to follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow what you feel, how you feel, because your feelings carry important messages. But also, it's important to point out that the Queen's cup here is closed. She knows when to be kind, but also when to pull back and realize that your boundaries are being stepped on. So it's very touch and go. As you are moving through the month of March, remember to be aware, you know, are you being compassionate to yourself? Are you being compassionate to others? Are you being passionate with yourself? Are you being passionate with others? Are you continuing to affirm your own boundaries? Are other people overstepping your boundaries? Are they, you know, bothering you when you said, you know, you're taking a day off? Are you receiving phone calls and emails and you know, being maybe there's someone knocking on your door asking for something? It's important to have strong boundaries so that you can, you know, focus on yourself yourself, because only when you're able to take care of yourself can you actually help other people. We also have the Eight of Pentacles in the clarifying position, which definitely tells me that you are being focused and you're staying committed to the task at hand, which is great. In the month of March, you will also be experiencing healing. You will also be going through all the things that are in your life and realizing that following your heart is quite important. So if you've been doing things based on what is right, based on what is logical, it's also important to follow your heart. Do something that is fun. Do something that makes you laugh. Do something that makes you forget. Do something that makes you just experience levity, experience joy, experience celebration, because your life is a very brief moment. So it is important to be aware how precious, the present moment actually is. In the future outcome position, you have the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. A really great combination, and the most symbolic thing about this combination is to stay grounded. You want to focus on the present moment, and you want to focus on being aware of the things you need, the things you want, the things that bring you joy on a daily basis. You can't forget and start living in a fantasy world or creating some sort of an illusion, which is easy to do because, like I previously mentioned, the month of March, there is a lot of planetary movement, and it's, it can be quite distracting, and it can be quite difficult to keep your feet on the ground. You may feel like you're a balloon flying away, in some direction. So it's important to stay grounded. I think that one of the most grounding techniques, exercises that you should do is breathing. It's also, exercising, standing with your feet on the grass so that your feet touches the earth, if you will, if the weather allows you, because it can be quite cold in places. So grounding is very important. Operating out of your rib cage, out of your frame, is very important. Realizing that you are in this physical body that has mortality associated with it. So it's important to focus on the present, because the experience that you're going through is quite magical, and it is teaching you many wonderful things. You are privileged in order to experience growth. You are just to be on planet Earth is a privilege, and many souls want to be here, and so you are here, and that is your opportunity to be able to create, because that is the purpose of everyone on planet Earth, to create with your energy, protect your energy, make sure your energy is in high vibration. The Queen of Pentacles is also a good omen for your financial situation. If things are not going well for you financially, they are going to be much better towards the end of March. Some of you may be working from home quite successfully. There is a reward that will be coming to you. It's not getting there as fast as you would like it to be, because the Knight of Pentacles is pretty slow moving, but the reward is on its way. The Queen of Pentacles definitely brings material success and abundance and a fresh new start, because she is all about springtime. We also see this bunny in the corner, which symbolizes fortune and luck that is coming your way. But let's see what we can clarify with the Angel and Ancestor Oracle card, and we have the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you're not prepared for the tasks you're taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. I also pulled a Shaman's Dream Oracle card, which is really beautiful. The Vanishing Mirror. It's all about letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? This here is okay, but over there, not okay. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you cannot let your self-definition soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be anything that you want? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of what you think you are and allow a new you to emerge through. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. And that feels really, really good. Remember, you work with tarot to create. You work with astrology to create. You are just one half. And so work together with the universe. Remember that sometimes when you create a lot of resistance, the universe also creates a lot of resistance, which means there isn't going to be any progress. So remember, energy flows. It comes and it goes. The water that you drink goes in and then it comes out as pee, as you know, all of you know. So work with the universe the way you would work with a energy that constantly flows. And the more you allow that to sink in your mind, the easier it becomes. That's why people meditate. That's why people connect with all the things that are around them, because you are part of this world and this world is part of you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Libra, and if you did, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel a great deal. Thank you so much again. Don't forget to visit me on Instagram, and I will see you soon.